Hi, this is Carol Wisely coming to you with Radio Free Decipher late on a Friday, much later than I normally like to do this, and that's because it's annual review time, and I've been busy doing the annual reviews of some of the people you've grown to love from the Decipher marketing and web team. We did talk about doing the reviews on Radio Free this year, and so I've managed to find Evan, who's sitting at the other mic, and later in this program I'll be doing his annual review.
I couldn't run away fast enough, and so I got volunteered.
Just joking. First of all, though, I'm going to read out the names of some people who were kind enough to send birthday wishes. A group called SAGE, Student Adventure Gaming Environment, formerly known as War Council, and Ronald, Bravo24, one of our volunteers, works with them, and their names are Ronald, of course, Eric Palomar, Mike Jewell, Kyle DeHoff, Matt Brosman, Sean Wilder, Katie Bunce, Mark Zorn, Randy Dompor, Chris Egner, and not forgetting Steve Myers. And I just want to say hi to all you guys, and I am so sorry. I knew you were ready to listen to this earlier today because I had an email from Ronald, so apologies, and hope you listen to this again anyway. Okay, well, Evan, I'm not really going to conduct your review online. We've already done that.
That's a great relief.
What I wanted to talk to you about was the announcement for Trek that went out earlier this week.
Yeah, a couple of big announcements this week.
We said that this program would be dedicated to Trek since, the Wars boys and girls got all their Young Jedi news last week, and sometime in the next couple of weeks we're going to be having some good big announcements about the future of the classic Star Wars game. But, Evan, I'm going to talk with you about Trek. Before I do that, though, let me just mention some events coming up. So those of you who do play Wars and Young Jedi and don't play Trek, shame, you should play them all, but don't, you can tune out after I've gone through these dates. First of all, don't forget the Seattle Grand Slam this weekend. Doug Taylor and his crew will be running those events up in Seattle. And I'm just going to call over to Kyle, who's not at a mic, but standing listening. Kyle, where are those being held?
The Seattle Grand Slam?
Yeah.
That's at the Wizards of the Coast Game Center. Todd Soper is going to be attending, I believe, running
cool.
some events, and some Jedi Council guys. It'll be a lot of fun.
Excellent. And what's happening the week after that? I think
weekend after that's the big one in Germany. There's going to be a lot of people for that one. A lot of good German players, and Winfried and the crew, Marianne, are going to be heading up those events.
Who's doing Trek?
In Bochum. You would ask me that, wouldn't you?
Sorry.
Thomas Ola, I think. I think.
And I haven't, or is it Sunka?
It could be.
Okay. I haven't done Kyle's review yet.
Oh, jeez.
And then on the 13th of February, we have a big event. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. Big stuff. Basically, we have sort of thrown a challenge down to our volunteers a little bit, seeing what we can do West Coast versus East Coast. West Coast or East Coast is first. I'm sorry, on the February 13th, big event in Neutral Ground down in Manhattan.
Great venue, great venue.
Yeah, big, lots of space there. Basically, we're holding two events there on Sunday the 13th, starting at 11 a.m., going until about 3 is going to be a big YJ event.
Oh, cool.
Young Jedi.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
Lots of uncut sheets for prizes. That'll be really good. And then immediately following that, which a lot of people are very, very excited about, there's going to be a classic Star Wars tournament. First place. You want to know what they get?
No, what? Yes, I do. Sorry. Yes, no. I do. Tell me, because I don't know.
First place gets an uncut set of reflection foils.
That's the first one of those we've given away.
It is the very first one, so it's going to be huge.
Cool.
And that's going to be hard for the West Coasters to top. But the very following weekend, the volunteers have been thrown down the gauntlet to get more people at the Mountain View Grand Slam near San Francisco than there's going to be at the Neutral Ground event. So we're going to see which group of volunteers can sort of get more people and make it happen. So it'll be an interesting challenge, West Coast versus East Coast.
And I think I'm going to be at both of those events.
Are you going to both?
I think I am, because I'm in New York for Toy Fair, and I've got to go out to San Francisco for some meetings, and they just happen to tie in, so I think I'll probably appear at both. And I will lay down the gauntlet and challenge anybody there.
Are you going to play?
I will probably not be able to stay the whole time to play, but I will have my YJ decks with me.
All right, then this is what we need. We need all those people out there to do an email petition and email Carol Wisely trying to talk her into playing in some of these events so that we can all you guys can beat up on her out there.
And
so
you heard
she's actually very good.
You heard about me last weekend at MarsCon.
No, what happened last weekend?
Well, I went and played YJ for the first time in a constructed deck, and after the first 2 games, I was 2-0, and my differential was 84 after 2 games.
Wow, 84. What's that average out to? 40.
I had 42. Yeah.
42 a game.
That was after the first 2 games. I was playing a Jedi deck, and I was playing Ryan Morris's tank deck.
Wow. I actually got to play in a YJ tournament this last weekend, too, in Omaha, and did well in my first 2 games.
Yeah.
I don't remember what my average was. I won by 47 and 38, whatever that equals.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Well, I lost the next 4 after that.
Ouch.
It was bad. The tank deck
Yeah,
choked on me.
I lost my next 2, but then I pulled out the last 2, so I went 4-2 and took second.
Ryan's shaking his head. Listen, when you have a handful of tanks and you have a handful of that battle card and you don't have the cannon, there's not a lot you can do.
Ryan, your deck sucks.
Somebody accidentally took away the 2 sites in my Jedi deck, and I couldn't find a Jedi temple in time, so I had to sit down with the wrong Coruscant location, lost all of Yoda's bonuses, and lost the game.
All right, remember that's Carol W. at Decipher.com if you want her to play in those 2 big events, East Coast and West Coast. All right.
Okay, well, we're going to hand back to Evan. And
I'd just like to point out here that as impressive as the 84 differential was, I went 5-1 in that tournament and had 10 victory points and placed second.
Yes, he did. Wow. Yes, he did. And where did you place, Ryan?
Dead last.
Ryan placed last, and I placed next to last.
Fortunately, there was somebody there capable of upholding the Decipher honor.
It was a fun tournament, though. I played against some great people, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was nice to get the decks out again, and I'm looking forward to a season's playing. Anyway, enough YJ for today, enough wars for today, although we've had a lot of exciting news, and I personally... Oh, and the other thing I meant to say is that we have somebody in the department who actually completed their Reflections foil.
Yes.
Kyle Heuer completed his collection today.
With the help of all the guys in Omaha. Thanks a lot, guys. I love you.
What was the last card?
Leia Organa, right?
Yeah, Kyle pulled a Vader himself, I heard. Yeah, a Vader. Sorry, flopped that one. All right, well, let's calm down and get on now to talk about Trek. Any of you out there who've completed your Reflections foil sets, I suggest you email Kyle Heuer, that is Kyle H. at Decipher.com, just to let him know that you've completed your set.
He'll want to hear from each and every one of you.
Good. Evan, let's talk about the Trek news.
Yes.
We started the week by announcing
The Jupiter.
Yes, we did.
The Jupiter, as most people will know by now, is a special card that we're going to be inserting into copies of Activision's Star Trek Armada. Really, really exciting looking PC game that's going to be coming out in a few months in the early spring.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm a bit of a video game addict at the moment. Those of you who know me here at the office will know that at long last I have been converted into the dreaded EverQuest.
Oh, yes. And I myself am spending most every night sometime with Ultima 9, so we all have the computer bug.
Yes, we have the computer bug, and so my particular bug is EverQuest at the moment when I'm not making my YJ decks. And it's 2 a.m, there's always somebody there. So.
But Armada's going to be a really excellent game. They've got a lot of a good storyline going with it, too.
Absolutely.
One of the things we've revealed about the Jupiter so far, people know that in the game it has this new weapon called the Chain Reaction Pulsar, which few people have been kind of bagging on. They think it doesn't sound like it fits in the Trek universe, but actually I think the guys at Activision have come up with a really plausible explanation of how this weapon works. It's this big ricocheting gun that steals shield energy from the ships it hits and uses that to go on and hit other ships. It can take out hit 2 or 3 ships in one volley. So
well, I think that the image is beautiful.
It is.
It's a wonderful
good image, good gameplay.
Yeah, I like ship cards. And, of course, talking of Reflections, we announced Trek.
Yes.
Reflections.
Trek is going to get its turn.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. I still, to this day, even looking at some of the really good-looking Star Wars Reflections foils, I still think Blaze of Glory has some of the best foils that our art department has turned out.
I cannot wait to see which ones. 114 will it be?
We aren't sure the exact number, but it's going to be comparable.
Right. Well, we're going to put something up on the website next week to let you guys give us feedback as to which foils from the rares of the sets that are going to be included in Reflections that you'd like to see. We're not promising anything, of course. There's plenty of people here that will also be making their selections, but we would like you to contribute some ideas, and that story should go up early next week. So
yeah, we're going to be looking for the popular vote, see what people want as the rares in that set.
Keep an eye on www.decipher.com for that story early next week. What else was in the big announcement?
Well, we've got our next full expansion coming up, currently projected for June. That's going to be the Trouble with Tribbles.
Can't wait for those Tribbles. Are they going to be furry cards? No.
No, it's kind of hard to fit those into a booster pack, but what Tribbles is going to have, there's going to be a lot of Deep Space Nine stuff in there, actually, because the episode Trials and Tribulations that was a follow-up for Tribbles is going to provide a lot of material. Of course, there's going to be material from the original Trouble with Tribbles, so you're going to get members of the original bridge crew. You're going to get some Klingons without the funky foreheads. You're going to get time travel. You're going to get Tribbles. It's really an exciting looking set.
I'm definitely going to be a Tribble collector. Don't you worry. I'm going to have my binder full of Tribbles.
Don't doubt it.
I also know, knowing the sense of humor of the guys here, that we're going to be finding Tribbles appearing all over the place, just like in the show.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Tribbles a lot. And there was more.
There's still more. Later on, the next full expansion after Tribbles is going to be Mirror Mirror, which is going to draw in part on the original Star Trek episode of that title. That's one of the fan favorites. Also, it's going to draw very heavily from Deep Space Nine episodes, because there were, I believe, a total of 5 episodes that revisited the universe from that original Trek series. So it's going to be a set kind of an alternate universe, too, in a way, but you're going to see a lot of material from Deep Space Nine, a fair amount of material from the original series, and several other surprises as well. You know, we always drop in a few cards for most every affiliation in each set, and it's going to stay that way. So something to look forward to in both those sets.
Excellent. And Enhanced Premiere?
Enhanced Premiere at the end of the year.
Great for tournaments. Love those enhanced games.
Yeah, the enhanced products should be very good for tournaments. There's going to be a few surprises in there. Premiere, you know, there's a few things that have been long anticipated in the game, and Enhanced Premiere might be a good place to drop those in. It's a long way down the road, but it'll be good.
So we can look forward to EPP Overdrive for Trek, can we?
I would love to see that.
I would
you?
too. 15-20-minute Trek game, that would be awesome. Great. Well, thanks for talking with us about that Trek news, and those guys and girls out there that play Star Wars Classic. Sometime over the next couple of weeks, we'll be giving you some news too. And I think that's about it. I've been hearing more and more stories of people learning how to play Austin Powers out there.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
we need to get some of those Daddy Pants parties going. We have some cool Austin Powers T-shirts.
Yeah, those things they look great.
Yeah, so anybody out there who wants to run Daddy Pants parties, I think if it's not up on the website already, it should be soon. And you can always email Marcus, because he looks after Austin Powers as well as Trek, to marcusc@decipher.com, or any of the other guys about that, and we'll get a T-shirt to you if you run one of those parties. The car and the trailer and the truck are back here, and we'll be out on the road again soon. So more news coming next week. Have a great week, everybody, and talk to you soon.